Hill. Mike, thank you. We continue our coverage of immigration tonight with a look at just how much the president's new plan will cost you and your family. Correspondent William Lajeunesse does the math tonight from Los Angeles.
You can come out of the shadows and get right with the law.
Net gain or drain? The president's executive action on immigration set off not just a political debate, but an economic one as well.
These are very strong net positives for the economy, particularly on the fiscal side. Immigrants continue to pay heavily on the tax side and are the lowest users of government services.
Somebody has to pick up the tab, and that somebody are America's legal residents.
The conservative think tank Heritage Foundation estimates the president's action could cost taxpayers $40 billion a year, based in part on demographics. 50% of illegal immigrants here have less than a high school diploma. 31% live below the poverty line. 51% do not speak English well or at all. 35% are unemployed or not in the labor force.
Just as anybody who, with an average 10th grade education, will probably not be a high earner and will end up paying less in taxes than they receive in government services and benefits.
Benefits like education, though Americans already pay for that. Heritage also includes food stamps, housing, and welfare. Benefits the White House insists the immigrants do not qualify for, at least yet. But lawful presence does entitle them to Social Security, retirement, disability, and Medicare. And with a work permit, advocates say the immigrants will earn more, spend more, and pay more in taxes.
We see that on the total of about $350 billion of economic activity would basically be taken out of the shadows and be essentially legalized. In terms of wage increases, we're anticipating about $12 billion a year.
The White House now says the workers will qualify for the Earned Income Tax Credit. That's a check from the federal government worth thousands annually. A few years ago, the Inspector General said the feds paid illegal aliens $4 billion a year in tax credits they were not, at the time, entitled.
Now, the White House insists these immigrants do not qualify for Obamacare subsidies. But last week, the Health and Human Services Secretary encouraged families to apply. In her words, quote, "No questions will be asked, and it is not about immigration," unquote. Brett?
William, thank you.